Guys, I got some bad news. Your plugins might be lying to you. What do I mean? Sometimes they just add buttons that don't do anything just because it's going to trick your ears into thinking you're actually making it sound better, but you're just turning a knob that doesn't do anything. It's like handing your little brother the controller when it's not even plugged in. Don't believe me? Check it out. Yo, what's good, guys? Inswain with Inswain Audio. Welcome back. If you're new, subscribe and stick around because I drop videos like this every single day. You're not going to want to miss them. Anyways, today I'm about to prove something to you that might blow your mind, and it might make you rethink all your plugins and how you use them, and you might want to go and check them out to see if they're lying to you. All right, so first I'm going to have to prove it to you. So if you're unfamiliar with what a null test is, basically, it's where you take two pieces of audio, two tracks, you invert the phase on one of them, and what you're left with is the difference. If you hear dead silence, then there is no difference, meaning they're the exact same. Any differences that are there is what you'll hear. So, watch, I'll show you. So here we have a little mixed song. I'll let you hear it for a sec. Not important. When all the souls who've slipped away. Okay, whatever. Duplicate the track, which is nothing. There's no processing on it. Copy and paste it. So now we have two of the same tracks with no processing, the exact same. Now, pull up a gain utility plugin and flip the phase on one of them. And when you play it, you'll hear dead silence. Ready? You can see we have dead silence, my stereo out, no volume coming out at all, nothing reading, no voltage. Okay, so that means these are the exact same, but we know that because we copy and pasted it. But that is to just show you what a null test does. Now, any processing I do to one of them, we're going to hear just the difference. Let me show you an example. If I put a reverb on this, for example, we're going to hear just the reverb. Ready? See, like we can't hear the original track and the reverb like this. When all the souls who've slipped away. See, that's the track and the reverb, but if we flip the phase and play them at the same time, the dry track is in both of them, so they cancel each other out, and then all that's left is the reverb, which is this. Okay, that's a null test, proven to you this works. Now watch this. Let's say I pull up the SSL compressor, okay? I'm gonna take off this phase for a second, and let's just say I did some compression. Doesn't matter if it sounds good. Okay, whatever. Now, what if I take that plugin, copy and paste it to the other track? So now they both have the same compressor. Watch what happens if I do a null test. No surprise, they're going to cancel out and be dead silent. Ready? Nothing. No sound, because they're the same. That's what we expected. Now, if you change the parameters on one of the compressors, they're going to be different and you're going to hear the difference. Ready? Watch this. Because they're a little different, so we're hearing the difference. If I undo it, put it back to where it was before, dead silent, right? Not surprising. So that means anything I change on one of these, we're going to hear the difference. What about this little analog saturation button? You want to hear what that sounds like? Here it is with them both on both of them. And if I turn it off on one of them, still nothing. That means it doesn't do anything at all because we would be hearing the difference. But there is no difference whether it's on or off because it's not doing anything. Okay, that's weird. Let me pull up a different compressor. Let's try the API 2500. I'll just dial in something random and I'll copy and paste it to the first one. So now they both have the same API 2500 with the phase inverted. Let's hear it. Nothing, like we'd expect. If I change the threshold, we hear a little something because there's a difference, like we'd expect. But what about this analog button? It's off on both of them. What if I turn it on one? Nothing. It doesn't do anything. These are just here to trick you. You think you got it dialed in, you turn it on, like, oh, it sounds a little better. That's cool. Nothing's happening. You're being tricked. These buttons sometimes don't do anything. Now, this isn't every plugin. Sometimes they really do something, but sometimes they don't. And sometimes the manual might even lie to you and say it's going to add some character when it doesn't do anything. So not only do you have to read your manuals, if you really can't hear something or you think it's subtle, unless it's super obvious, you might want to do a null test to see what's actually happening. Because when I did this, I really wanted to know what that sound was. I checked and it was nothing. And then my world kind of shattered and I started going through my plugins doing null tests. And I was like, I've been fooled the whole time. So don't get fooled, guys. Check your plugins. I just thought this was really interesting. and not a lot of people talk about this at all. So let me know down in the comments below if you've ever checked this. If you use these plugins, maybe you're being tricked too. It's okay. I was tricked for a long time. Check them out. Let me know. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. In Swain with Inswain Audio. Peace.